Same thing here for slope at x equals 1 for y 1 over x. Okay, so if I draw this in, my 1 over x line is going to look like this. And at x equals 1, we pretty much know that the slope of that line is going to end up being -1. Okay, we know that what this looks like. It's a 45-degree tangent line, so it's going to look like that. Okay, so let's see what we come up with when we do the slope for this. So there's my coordinate. That's going to be 1, 1. Okay, when x is 1, y is 1. Okay, I'm going to choose some point over here. We're going to say that that point is 1 plus h. And so the y coordinate of that point is going to be 1 divided by 1 plus h. Okay, so that's going to be the y coordinate there. Okay, so then we're going to do y1 minus y2. Okay, we're going to do the limit here. So limit as h goes to 0. Okay, what's this going to look like? So there's my y1. It's going to be 1 over 1 plus h minus y1 minus y2, the known coordinate 1, that's the one we're trying to figure out, divided by 1 plus h minus 1. Well, that's just going to be my run, which is h. Okay, plugging in 0, I get 1 minus 1, 0 divided by 0. Yeah, it's still a problem. Okay, so then let's let that h go to 0 to deal with the 0 divided by 0. So to do this, I'm going to need a common denominator. And I need to put those together because I need to get rid of that factor of h, so I need to generate factors here. And I can only generate factors if I kind of group that plus in there. So I'm going to have 1 divided by 1 plus h minus, and I need a common denominator here, so it's going to be 1 plus h divided by 1 plus h. And that divide by h, I'm just going to put on the outside here. And I don't want to make a complex fraction when I don't need to. It's just going to be in the denominator, divide by h. Okay, so I can subtract this. So 1 minus 1 is 0. Remember, that's minus positive h, so that's going to end up being negative h in the numerator. So limit as h approaches 0. That's going to end up being negative h in the numerator. The denominator is my common denominator. And I also have this divide by h hanging out here. Well, those conveniently cancel out. And this h is not a problem because it's not going to give me 0 in the denominator. So let's simplify this before we plug it in. So limit as h goes to 0. I'm going to end up with negative 1 over 1 plus, negative 1 over 1 plus h. Okay, and when I let h go to 0, I'm going to end up with slope of negative 1. Okay, and that is definitely the slope I was expecting, right? That was going to be, we just look at it. That slope is definitely negative 1. Okay, so this slope ratio, I'm just having 2 points. Okay, I'm essentially making a secant line between those 2 points and letting those points come together and working out the limit as those points come together. And there it is. It's going to give me a limit of negative 1, which is my slope of negative 1.